Hey everyone, it's Types, and today I'm playing some more Pokemon TCG Live with Surging Sparks, and today I'm playing, come on, live load, there we go. I'm playing Duraludon VSTAR with Archaludon EX, Archaludon EX being the main attacker. I played this deck just once, and by the way, this is not my original list, this is a list I found online, and that will be linked down below, as well as the list itself will be just pasted there. But this is a really interesting deck with Archaludon EX as the main attacker, which is a really cool Pokemon, which has its ability, which accelerates 2 Metal Energies from the discard pile to your Metal Pokemon in any way you like. So apparently you can split them up. I didn't remember that, but you can do that. And that can be used to power up its own attack, Metal Defender, which does 220 for 3 Metal Energy, and it doesn't have a weakness next turn, which is like during your opponent's next turn, which is kind of cool, though ultimately it's not something that it doesn't matter that much. I mean, it could matter. It's not like something that never matters, but it's not that important. However, this ability is nice because you can power up Dialga VSTAR. I, at some point, want to build a list that's really focused on getting Dialga VSTAR powered up, because I think you could even do that turn 2. Right now, Dialga VSTAR, well, right now, as in before Archaludon EX, and to some extent still with Archaludon EX in the format, Dialga was played with Metang. We've seen it in some various different forms, but they've always been somewhat inconsistent for different reasons, including Metang's obvious inconsistency because it's random. You get 4 essentially random cards from the top of your deck. There is some controlling it, but it's pretty limited. So ultimately, Dialga VSTAR now can be powered up using Archaludon EX, or you can power up Archaludon EX itself. Also, the Duraludon has an attack 80 for 3. It is all Metal Energy in this deck, but it is 1 colorless, and it does 10 more for each damage kind of on this Pokemon. On Duraludon, its HP isn't super high. We'll probably be getting one-shotted if you're hit by a Cramorant or a Sableye or something like that, maybe pinged by a Dragapult EX. You could get value off of this, but what you're looking at is if your opponent swings at you for, let's say, 200 damage on your Archaludon EX, you can use Relicanth to copy the previous evolution. It's here for the Duraludon, not for the Dialga V, and you can go ahead and copy Raging Hammer. You're hit for 200, you can be swinging for 280. It is really strong, and you have a lot of HP here as well. 300 on a stage 1 is quite high. It's near the highest. Then we have Fezandipiti EX and Radiant Greninja as engine cards. Also, Radiant Greninja gets energy in the discard, which is quite important. As I said, this is not my list. This list focuses a lot on gusting because Archaludon EX's damage output is 220, which is around the HP of the, or is doing enough damage to knock out basic 2-prize Pokemon that aren't necessarily main attackers. So it's not knocking out. I played against Raging Bull Ogerpon. It doesn't knock out Raging Bull EX. Knocks out Ogerpon EX, all of the Ogerpon EXs, I guess outside of the Cornerstone Master Ogerpon EX. And then and also if they have the tool, you have Jamming Tower. I don't know exactly how useful the 2 Jamming Towers are, but it does play 2 copies of that. And then it also plays Pokemon Catcher, and it plays a Counter Catcher as well, though not Prime Catcher. We'll get to the Ace Spec in just a moment. But you want to be targeting these weaker Pokemon on the bench, stuff like Fezandipiti EX, Squawkabilly EX, Rotom V, Lumineon V. Most decks are playing one. Most of the time they'll have one of these in play. You can go after that and get yourself the 2 prizes much easier. And you do 220 with Archaludon EX, 220 with Orchid from Dialga VSTAR's VSTAR power as well. Metal Blast has the potential to be doing much more damage than that, or at least more damage than that, and so you will be using that sometimes, and that will allow you to take out big threats, but your main focus is Archaludon EX, and eventually pounding up Duraludon VSTAR using Archaludon EX or Scramble Switch, which is a switch. The list also plays a regular switch, but it's a regular switch, plus you can move as many energy from your old active to your new active, and keep in mind, Scramble Switch is it's a new card, but it's a reprint as well, so you might already have this card. It wasn't in standard, it wasn't full expanded, not even live expanded, but now you can play it in live expanded. And so this is a new card that it's honestly a pretty niche Ace Spec, but it is a cool one, and it's pretty fun. This also runs some supporters and stuff, pretty normal stuff outside of that. But let's just hop into a game and see how it goes. And yeah, the Battle Pass is updated. I talked about this a few times in previous videos, but that's kind of fun. And Live's been doing some tweaks, though it's had some issues as well. It's certainly not necessarily fixed, and the challenges they're like wrong, which is kind of awkward. But anyways, we'll see how this goes. I haven't played too many games so far, but I've been enjoying it a lot. So let's see how this goes. And let's see how the coin flip goes as well. We do end up winning the coin flip. I will choose to go first so we can get a turn to attack with Archaludon EX, or maybe Dialga VSTAR. If we could theoretically get the turn 2 Dialga VSTAR attack. This hand, obviously we can't start it. It's like not that bad if we had to start. It's not great actually. No Squawkabilly EX. But let's see what our opponent's playing as well. Also, one random thing, it's like a PSA, spend all your coins in Pokemon TCG Live because they'll be, or spend all but 5,000 because they'll be removing them, and then you will need to buy things using crystals, and crystals are used to get cards. So yeah. Anyways, this hand looks solid, certainly not bad, but we'll see what my opponents are running. If they are running a deck that can grab turn 1 knockout, we'll see. Okay, they're running Hydreigon EX. This is really interesting. So they can mill me, which is not that bad. They can also, oh, what do I want to do? I have no idea what to do against this deck. I do know that I want to start Radiant Greninja though. That seems really good. I think I'll get rid of a Judge here. Oh yeah, I should check my deck real quick. Grab Radiant Greninja. In terms of prizing, nothing too crazy. I don't know. I do have a list opened up in another tab, so we prized some stuff like a boss, an Archaludon, or yeah, an Archaludon, no, Dialga VSTAR, and I'm not exactly sure what the other cards are. I have like a vague idea, but only a bit of a vague idea. So this is fine. I don't think we prized anything too important. We didn't prize any like Pokemon or anything like that, so that's fine. Then I'll get rid of the Judge. Night Stretcher seems good. Jamming Tower seems theoretically good. Like I'm not super familiar with exactly what they're going to try to do, but I think Jamming Tower is nice to be able to pressure my opponent with, and I'll grab a couple of energies. I can attach one, which I probably will do, and I can also, of course, draw by discarding some cards, or a card with Radiant Greninja, and we do need the energies in the discard. Nice, we got ourselves a Dialga V, and I think I'll attach active, and yeah, that seems fine. I don't really hate that. I'm not sure if it matters too much here, but I'll just attach here, and we'll end the turn and see what my opponent is racking, because Hydreigon EX is theoretically really interesting. It has some really cool things that could be played in it. I don't know what they're going to be playing. If they're playing Mimikyu, that could be a little scary. They get double Dino here. Okay, that's interesting. Definitely not what I was expecting off that Buddy Buddy Poffin, though they might not have anything better to get. But I feel like, okay, they're going to Buddy Buddy Poffin again? What are they going to grab? I feel like getting a 4th Dino is just kind of overkill. Like, at the end of the day, if like a bunch of your dinos are going down, it doesn't really matter. Like if you're just not setting up till like turn 5. They also do have some spread attacks, though ultimately they're not that bad for us, so we should be all right. Uh-oh, it's Dusknoir. Okay, I was hoping I wouldn't be seeing. Like, I'm kind of tired of Dusknoir. There is like a pseudo counter or a soft counter in the new Gastrodon, which is not a terrible card by any means. It's pretty good. Against their deck, it would be pretty solid, shutting down, to some extent, Dusknoir and Pidgeot EX, but only to some extent, as they might be able to just figure out their way around it. They're going to Gust the Radiant Greninja, it looks like, which is a little annoying. Maybe they'll Gust the Origin Form Dialga VSTAR? They will. They're the V. Okay, that's fine. This hand is kind of weird. I don't know exactly what I'm going to do with it. If I'm going to... Oh, no, I Judge. Yeah, I Judge. I think I attach active as well. And they are just going to pass. Oh, or maybe I knock out the Duskull or the Pidgey, and we get ourselves an Archaludon EX. Okay, that's good. I could see... I think I just boss knock out the Pidgey and really slow them down. That seems like the play that I want to make here. And we'll hold our Archaludon EX. I could evolve it, but that seems bad. And the tool seems kind of whatever. We'll just take the prize. This seems fine. Judge, their hand seems bad as well. The boss didn't really do too much. In fact, it kind of hurt them. But we'll take the knockout here. And just kind of chill with these cards in their hand. This hand is, it's okay. It's not bad, but nothing insane either. And hopefully we get something good off the prizes. Okay, we got Pokemon Catcher. That could provide pretty solid value. I'm looking at targeting the Duskull in situations like this. Targeting Dino does like nothing for us. Oh, they got Fezandipiti EX. Okay, maybe that was a bait by them, but that's fine. I mean, taking prizes is fine, especially against a Dusknoir deck. Okay, that's a Hydreigon EX. They could be triggering the... What's it called? I don't remember. The Counter Catcher? No, Counter Gain. There we go. Yeah, they could be trying to trigger Counter Gain right now. So... if that's what's happening, I maybe should have played Jamming Tower. You're going to see an Iono. Okay. That's good for us. Because our hand obviously wasn't great. And this hand is better. It's not like insane, but it's pretty alright. Hopefully we don't see a Counter Gain or a Sparkling Crystal. That'd be a little scary. Hopefully just see, yeah, it looks like they're just going to Rotom V. So I like this a lot. We cannot go ahead and start Chronos this turn. I think theoretically we could, but it's like we're not going to, right? We need to get some like absurd sequence of events. So Ultra Ball seems kind of mediocre here. I definitely want Fezandipiti EX, and I think I'll just Iono them, so that's fine. Reduce their hand, try ourselves some cards. And this is, again, I talked about this in the last video. It's been a while since I played live. It's fun getting back into it and getting ready back to playing the regular Pokemon TCG. I've been playing it a little bit, but not as much. I think we're just gonna go here and wait, how much energy? We can get 4 energy on the active, which is that's a bunch, right? Again, theoretically we could if we get like Scramble Switch here, which we didn't. We should not be expecting that, but I think we just attach active. I don't think I want to push for getting like lots of energy on Dialga this turn. How much damage are we doing? We're doing 120. I don't think they're gonna like heal, so I think this is all right. They could go after my Duraludon. I'll play this other Duraludon, and I'll hold the tool. I could Pokemon Catcher to knock out the Duskull. Like if our Dialga goes down, that's kind of bad, right? So I'll go after the Duskull. Oh, I should probably Jamming Tower too. Okay, so we'll hit the Duskull, and then we'll Jamming Tower because we want to turn off Force Seal Stone and potentially some other things as well. So this position is really, really solid. Though we're not in a perfect position as our hand's small and Ultra Ball isn't necessarily going to get us what we need if we need to. I guess our hand gets bigger with the prize as well. Get a medal. Okay, that's actually really nice. So now in this position, we will be able to, with our top deck, Ultra Ball for our Archaludon EX, attach Dialga VSTAR, knockout, and or do the VSTAR power, then knockout, and do some pretty scary stuff for them there, and be in a very good position. Theoretically, win the game off of it, but probably not, because we need a Gust as well, which we don't have. But they're hitting 200. They are milling us 3. Milling 3 doesn't really matter that much. I feel like it's not like great. There are things that they could hit, which would be bad, but ultimately milling 1 or 2 specific cards, it's not like we just lose if they mill something specific. Hydreigon EX is a really interesting card. I pulled up here 200 for 2 and discard the top 3 cards of your opponent's deck. Very solid stat line there. It does have Obsidian as this really big explosive attack, which can do some pretty crazy things by just going in and doing 130 to 3 of our Pokemon. That's really bad if they pull that off this turn. That's bad. It's not like we just lose, but it's not good for us, certainly. But that's pretty insane. I don't expect that to happen. They'd need, well, maybe it is possible. It is possible. I think we're okay. I think we'll be okay. I'm a little nervous now. I could have Archaludon. Well, I couldn't have Archaludon last turn. Didn't really done what I wanted to do. So they're going to get another Hydreigon. And they want to avoid playing, I guess they don't need to avoid playing too many vulnerable Pokemon. They would have needed to Neo Upper Energy and also go in with a Counter Green, and then they would have been able to Obsidian. But I don't even know if they play Neo Upper Energy. I think they do. Generally, in decks like this, Sparkling Crystal would be better than Neo Upper Energy, but in this specific case, what are they getting back? Duskull. Yep. In this specific case, you want Counter Gain, so then the reason for that is, we're getting Iono. Is that good? Not really sure. We get cards though. Also, the Jamming Tower seems pretty good here. We'll see what exactly. Yeah, so they're just going to Crashing Headbutt, milling those cards. Okay, that's fine. That's good. That's actually really good for us. Okay, that's really good. So if we hit boss, we win, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. So we're looking for boss now. And we miss it. Okay, that's fine. So then I could Nest Ball for another Dialga V. I don't think there's anything else I necessarily want to Nest Ball for. I do think I just want to go in and Star Chronos and then take another turn and knock out this Hydreigon EX. That seems pretty solid. And yeah, so I'll start off by Archaludon EXing. And we can actually get another attachment as well. I want to Nest Ball, see what I got in deck here. Yeah, I got that Archaludon, or that Origin Form Dialga V. I think the Relicanth is pretty bad, so we're not going to look for that. Also, Evolving gives us more HP here. Let's go ahead and pop this ability, and I think they milled an energy too, which is kind of good for us. Maybe they didn't. I don't remember, to be honest, but yeah, them milling is not that bad, but if they get rid of like all our Night Stretchers and our Archaludons, that is bad. So hopefully that does not happen, but I mean, we're in such a commanding position right now. They're playing a Hydreigon EX. I don't think it's that good. I don't think it's a terrible deck, but I think it has some serious issues, and those issues are coming to light right now. This is a weird hand. I think I'll hold this hand. Yeah, I'll definitely hold it for now, and I'm just gonna Star Chronos and knock him out. With the 2 attacks back to back, I'll knock him out. And then they have 110, so we could start powering up some other Pokemon. Seeing energy, I'm just trying to think through my plays. I could Turo Scenario. I don't think the play is to Turo Scenario. Like, we could Turo Scenario and Archaludon EX. Maybe I actually go in for that play, but that seems... Actually, I kind of like that. I kind of like Turo Scenarioing. I changed mine. Yeah, I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to Archaludon EX. And we could, like, Scramble Switch. Scramble Switch is kind of interesting. I think I'll just... I don't know. No, I changed mine. I'm going to Ultra Ball, get rid of Nest Ball, Turos. Yeah, that's all right. Grab myself... Wait, is that... Yeah, Dialga VSTAR's index, so I can grab this. Now we're hitting a lot with a really healthy Pokemon. And, well, Scramble Switch. How much are we hitting? We're hitting 280. That's all right. That's all right. So then I'll just Scramble Switch here. And it's only energy from the previous active. So, oh, okay, there we go. I've not seen that animation before. It kind of like floated in a weird way. I do have another switch, but it could get milled, and I got rid of the Turos, so maybe that was a mistake. They go Gust and then Sniper Round, but I don't think that's going to happen. Also, the Jamming Tower is like really, really solid right now. But on Metal Blast, we do need 2 energies to go in and knock out their Hydreigon EX, 2 more on ourselves. So that's a little awkward, but I mean, we are 4 prizes up. We've got Canceling Cologne not really going to be doing much, so they could be playing Mimikyu. I don't know. Again, I don't exactly know what's in the list. I'm pretty sure they have some other Pokemon, but they're playing 3 stage 2 lines plus Fezandipiti EX and Rotom V. So there might not really be any other Pokemon other than that, but they could be playing something like wait, how many prizes are they taking? I think, oh, maybe our Dialga's going to die. That'd be kind of bad, but we can still be okay. And that might have been a mistake there. Might have overextended and thought this Dialga was like super safe, which it's not necessarily safe. Oh, they're going to Crispin. You know, there are a lot of things that I'm still getting used to with the current metagame, or like with the different energy acceleration options. Crispin's just a card I forget about for some reason, but they're just Crashing Headbutt, then shouldn't be too bad for us. If they Crashing Headbutt and don't get the knockout, we should just win. If they do successfully have the Dusknoir, then things are going to get a little bit more sketchy then, but we should still be okay. And yeah, the set has so many cool decks. This isn't an entirely new deck we're playing, and I've leaned pretty heavily into the Dialga VSTAR this game, but how did I take the first knockout? Oh, maybe I took 2 knockouts with Dialga V. Yeah. So, right, there's the battle log. I'm still so happy that there's a battle log. Can't believe there wasn't a battle log at some point, but anyways. Okay, yeah, they're just gonna attack, mill those cards. Perfect. We just win. Wait, no, do we just win? We don't just win. Okay, let's see. So I got a Trekking Shoes. I hope I win this. I'll be kind of sad if I don't. So Trekking Shoes, get rid of that. Need energy. We got. Oh wait. Okay. Never mind. We don't need energy. We have boss. Go ahead. Bring up this Fezandipiti EX and go ahead. Smack it for 280. The Jamming Towers. That Jamming Tower was really good that game. If we didn't have that, they might have won. I'm not really sure. Oh, they quit. Okay, come on, just let me take the prizes. Whatever. Yeah, we won. Let's go. And that was a very okay. I can't believe that live still hasn't fixed the ending screen because it like the words are cut off. But anyways, oh, and this is still updating. It's so slow that. Anyways, so. I'm looking at the new. Oh, it's some blur. Yeah, so you know, I still have some improvements, but whatever. Let's hop into another game, see how this one goes. That was a pretty exciting match, I feel like, and it showed off what the deck can do. Scramble Switch is a weird ace spec. It's pretty niche and mediocre, but it's not bad. It has, well, I don't know. It might be bad, but it has some serious potential, right? And it's pretty fun and combo-y and expanded. It saw play in one deck in particular, which was the Dialga VSTAR deck, paired with Guillotine and Garchomp. We would use like, it was so bizarre. You'd play like the supporter, and then your opponent would discard their Pokemon, and then you'd attack with Dialga VSTAR and knock out one of them, and then you'd attack with Guillotine and Garchomp after Scramble Switching and attack with and discard the rest of the Pokemon. It was a pretty insane deck. Insane isn't just like super bizarre. I think I made a video with the thumbnail with like a bunch of arrows. I've done that a few times. I'll choose to go first as well. I've done that a few times where I've done thumbnails with just like a bunch of like weird arrows and stuff. And I think I enjoy making them, and they're kind of silly. But that was one of them. That might have been the first one. Anyways, this hand is not bad. It's not great. It's kind of sketchy. But with the mulligan plus trying some stuff, we are up against Dragapult as well. Presumably, it could also be like Charizard stuff or something weird like that. But definitely something Dragapult, but could be something in addition to that. We see, okay, Dialga VSTAR, and of course we see a Dreepy here. And we top deck another Duraludon. Okay, that's pretty cool. I'll get rid of these and grab a couple of Metal Energies out. This isn't Cereal. You actually are trying to just get rid of all your energies as quickly as possible, but certainly getting some of the discard is nice, and getting some in your hand is also nice. Trekking Shoes, we see an Iono. Okay, nice. So I'll take that, and I will just attach and pass. Perfect. Not perfect. We'd like to see a Dialga V, but it's not that big of a deal. And we'll also see what they are. What they got. They got an Arven, so still looking at Jamming Tower potentially being good. We'll see if they pop the V-Star power turn 1. That could be what happens. Generally, that's kind of sketchy. And especially, like, they have a good size hand, and then we could Iono, like, they need to use that resource turn 1. They are getting a rescue board, okay. And they got a blinked out deck here as well. Okay, we see Rotom V, which is nice for us to see. We see the Force Seal Stone on it. Let's see if it gets popped. I would not pop it. Oh, they are popping it. Okay. I mean, I don't know what their hand is. Maybe their hand's like really bad, but ultimately, obviously, it's not great to pop it turn 1. Wait, what did they get off of Arven? Was it the Nest Ball? I wasn't picking out. Yeah, it was the Nest Ball. So they're going to get Buddy Buddy Poffin, and this allows you to have Rotom V plus the other Pokemon, including a Duskull. Okay. Duskull, you know, Dusknoir is definitely, I feel like people just aren't big fans of it right now because it's kind of, or at least they weren't. I don't know if people still aren't because it was it's kind of annoying, right? But ultimately, it is a card that we should be able to deal with. Hopefully, like we should be able to outspeed. Anyways, so this is a pretty good position. We see Relicanth. I don't even know if we play Relicanth because it's kind of vulnerable. But anyways, I'm going to Pokemon Catcher. Unsurprisingly, going to go after the Rotom V, I think. If we get heads, we don't. Okay. Going Relicanth, knocking that out, does not seem bad. Or no, playing the Relicanth doesn't seem like super bad. It seems a little sketchy, but I think the damage output is going to be worth it. And we just need an Archaludon EX. We should be able to get that. So I'll just attach and Iono. Yet again, shrinking their hand. Their hand could just be a good turn 2 hand. And so Ionoing it is super good. Their hand could be just really bad. Oh, okay. Speaking of really bad, this hand's not really bad, but it's not great. So I'll grab that Radiant Greninja. Oh, we prized an Origin, a Dialga, right? Oh, we prized one of each. Anyways, so we'll Radiant Greninja here. Obviously, we got 7 outs, I think. Plus, we also got Trekking Shoes. So we're looking for one of those, and we certainly could get them. And we'll send it with a Radiant Greninja. Hopefully get it. We did not get it. Okay. So I'll play this Duraludon. I guess I'll swing for 30, which isn't great. And we'll see what my opponent has in response. Hopefully they don't have anything insane. They did pop their restart power, so they will need to get a little lucky. Not like super lucky if they have Dragapult to attack here. It's not insane by any means, but they certainly might not have it. They won't be able to wipe out all of our Duraludons this turn. They can certainly wipe out 2 and apply pressure to a third one. Ultimately, I wouldn't apply pressure to a third one if I were them, because then it's going to just fuel my Raging Hammer attack, and that would be bad. I definitely go after the Relicanth, or maybe the Radiant Greninja with the spread damage, but certainly not the Duraludon. But anyways, they're going Dracloak, okay, and they're evolving benched. They almost always evolve benched, so I'm not really sure why I'm a little surprised by that, but they're going to go take a look in their deck. I feel like they probably don't have it. They Ultra Balled away these 2 cards. Another Rotom V. The Dragapult list usually play 2. I feel like they play 1, right? And there's the fire hitting the bench. Okay, so we know exactly what we're doing. We got the double Buddy Buddy Poffin. Oh, yeah, I think we go for the Dracloak. Going for Dracloak's generally pretty good. And we'll judge. And we'll attack, and we'll just kind of go and see how this works. They're going to boss up another Duraludon on the bench. Okay, that's interesting. So we're looking for a Archaludon EX now for this Archaludon EX. And we get Ultra Ball. Okay, nice. We got it. So all Pokemon Catcher looking to knock out the Dracloak. Knock out some other targets isn't necessarily bad. Hopefully we get a heads here. Pokemon Catcher is kind of annoying when it flips tails or when it flips heads. Okay, there we go. Nice. We got it. Evened out. And I'll go for the Dracloak. We shouldn't guarantee you have a knockout there. But I guess we don't have a knockout guaranteed on anything. Going after Pidgey is like solid, but I feel like there's a good chance they won't necessarily have Pidgeot. and we just want them to not attack. So we'll go after this. We'll go. And luckily, we got it off of those two coin flips. And I don't need to. Oh, I might Night Stretcher. Yeah, I'll Night Stretcher, and then I'll get Radiant Greninja first, looking for an energy or potentially an Archaludon EX. Both of those have value here, and we get ourselves these cards. I think we're just gonna push, to be honest. I'll Ultra Ball away, Ultra Ball Night Stretcher, and gonna grab out of the deck that Archaludon EX, and then I'm gonna research because I really do want to make sure I grab the knockout here. Missing that would be bad, and ultimately judging them from 5 to 4 isn't that big of a deal, especially when the hand wasn't necessarily that good to begin with. But let's, because I assume they'd Arven if they had Arven in that hand. So we'll go and just grab this. Looking for a Dialga V at some point as well. And here we have 2. Here we have 2 in the discard. Nice. So we can go ahead, pop these 2 on the Archaludon EX. Additionally, if we get Scramble Switch, we don't have Knockout. We'd also need an Archaludon EX, but we should be all right here. Send it, and we see ourselves no energies. Okay, please give me an energy. I don't think I'll thin here. I'll just Trekking Shoes, and no, give me the energy, please, please, please. Okay, there we go. That was too close for comfort, but I'll play this down. I'll play this down. Yeah, we don't need the Duraludon, certainly. That was really close. We had a good few outs. We had 5. We only had 7 outs, but I mean we're researching. We drew up 7 cards, so I'll do this. I'll do this. I suppose Jamming Tower is like okay, it's not insane, and we have lots of attacks because of Relicanth as well. But I'll do the one that is by far the best. They could literally Radiant Charge at me and we don't die here. So it's pretty solid, pretty strong, and we get research. Okay, I think Scramble Switch is in deck. Scramble Switch obviously would be good as we build to Dialga VSTAR. Theoretically, we could without Dialga VSTARing, but that would be pretty hard. So we probably won't push for that. Because we have no energy in the disc. I mean, we're just like so far off. We see Fezandipiti EX hitting the board. Obviously good for my opponent to draw some cards, but it's a bit of a liability. So they're going to grab some energies. One minor risk to grabbing them is it will potentially turn off Crispin, but they are going to go for this and not really worry about that too much because they just need stuff. And they'll struggle to attack this turn, definitely. And even if they do, they probably don't have the knockout. But they are still really working to just get stuff going for them. Archaludon EX is just such a solid, stable attacker. It's not like it can attack next turn. It shouldn't be getting one-shotted unless your opponent's devoting a ton of resources to it. Something like Raging Bolt EX with 5 energies, which is Asada's plus attachment plus double. Oh wow, that's a lot of bench vulnerabilities. The ultimately getting more than 2 doesn't really matter. But now they're just filling up their bench. They will potentially never get if they don't get Dragon Bolt EX here, there's a good chance they're not getting it, like ever. And this is a point where I think I want to Dialga restart if I can. Like that would be really, really good here. We'll get the energy in the discard. They are going to grab Sparkling Crystal Rare Candy. Hopefully we don't see an attack. That would be bad for us. I don't know if we will. Like they have a good sized hand. They probably have it, right? Because they went and Lumineon V'd. They're going to counter catch and knock out Hidden Smart Dialga V. That's interesting. I wonder if they're playing around Scramble Switch here. They're just going to Jet Headbutt. Okay, wow, okay. That was surprising. I feel like they should have attached the tool at the very least there. But anyways, I'll go ahead and I think Radiant Greninja first. Yeah, that seems all right. Then we see... Okay, nice. That's pretty good. I could Ultra Ball away, certainly get rid of the metal, and I guess a Nest Ball. I'm going to grab an Origin Form Dialga VSTAR. We're gonna... Oh, we can't really get the knockout, can we? Just looking at this, because just of the stuff we have, we need the switch plus Scramble Switch to get the knockout. So we can't get the knockout here, or we need some more like energies in that coming. We just don't really have it. So that's kind of awkward. Could we have it? I think we could. But we retreat. Retreats 3. I could accelerate 2, retreat, and then what? I'm like really confusing myself here. Maybe I should just Terras and just like hit into them or something. I don't know. I'll Archaludon. Archaludon EX, Accelerate 2, Retreat, then yeah, I'll do that. That's what I'll do. So I want to attack with Archaludon EX here, and so I need to retreat before I evolve. I'm just trying to think things through. So we'll do this and accelerate these two to that Dialga in the active. Treat it because we're not V-starring well, it's in the active here, and we do want to research and send up this Archaludon EX here with all the energies on. Then theoretically we could hit like some absurd hand on the other side of this and like just essentially like win the game. We did not hit that absurd hand, which is fine, but no, yeah, that's kind of what was expected. Then I think we attached to Dialga VSTAR. And maybe we attached our Archaludon EX. I'm not really sure, to be honest, but I'll just go ahead and swing in for. Yeah, I'll attach to Archaludon. I think if we're gonna Dialga, we're gonna end up energy switching. So I'll just hit for 220, and I'm wondering what they're gonna go for now. They are down on prizes, but they definitely have a shot in this game. I'm not sure exactly what they're gonna try to do here. They could knock out my Archaludon EX. They could knock out my Dialga VSTAR, though I would not do that because I'm just so far from attacking with it. It's not impossible. I could have attached active now that I think about it. We're gonna get Iono'd, which is certainly not that bad. That's good. That's good. Our hand was kind of bad. And we see this hand, which is pretty cool. We have some stuff going on, and they get Dusknoir. Okay. They don't have Pidgeot EX yet, so they're certainly a little bit short on some of the things they're looking for. They're going to Curse Blast, knocking out, or damaging, presumably, to knock out my active. Okay, we get ourselves a prize. And I think we have game. If I'm not mistaken. We have an Archaludon EX in deck. Yeah, and then we could Scramble Switch plus Evolve, then attack twice and win. I think that's what we do. Well, no, we don't necessarily have game, but we're very close. We're very, very close. So this is really exciting. They're pressing the Dialga VSTAR. Maybe they have something. Maybe they counter catch and knock out my Dialga, and then I don't win. They're just going to do that, though. Okay, I'm pretty sure Scramble Switch should be able to get me there. I will need to Judge drawn to a Gusting card, but we have all our boss left in deck. And counter catcher isn't doing anything at all this whole game, presumably, but whatever. If we don't get it, I think we can't really do too much, but I'll send this up. Yeah, we have the Dialga VSTAR in play. Oh, we top decked Archaludon EX. Oh, they quit. Oh, come on. I was going to do that, the Scramble Switch play. And then do some. The Scramble Switch is a weird card, but I had the Scramble Switch play. Oh, the screen like is the right size, then it enlarges. Okay. Anyways, this deck's really fun. It's kind of silly, but it's not like bad silly. Like it's solid silly. It's a pretty solid deck. How does this ladder system work? Anyways, yeah, it's a really cool deck. I'd recommend you try it out, check it out, and play around with it some as well. It's pretty cool. You might want to wait. I crafted it, but I have a lot of currency. If you don't have a lot of currency, you certainly wait till you get it a bit later down the battle pass, which is here. Ultimately, here, what's in this? Yes, you get yourselves 2 Archaludon EXs and 4 Duraludons, and then in the next here, you'll get yourself another Archaludon EX, which you can use. It's another art. This art's actually, I like this art, but I personally would rather just get the same art, but regardless, you get that. Oh, and then you get Dialga V-Stars later down as well. I'm not really sure exactly what you get on the Battle Pass, but you don't need Dialga VSTAR. You do need the Archaludon EX for Archaludon EX, though. Oh, and we'll open a pack. Let's see if we get something good here. Okay, crystals. Okay. Oh, let's go. We got the Black Hero EX. That guy's pretty cool. Some of those other cards are cool as well. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video. Consider the game first. Consider liking, subscribing, hitting the bell, all that good stuff. I'm really excited for this new set. There's so much stuff going on in the Pokemon TCG right now, and it's really fun. But I hope you enjoyed. And as always, I'm excited to see you in the next video.